What's good, everyone? Jets Takeoff. The Jets are playing the Saints this Sunday, and there's a few things to talk about. The Saints, they've been on a 5-game losing streak. They've been struggling as of late, and the Jets, we already know what's happened with their season. So there are a few things I want to talk about in this preview video for the upcoming matchup. First things first, this Jets offense and Zach Wilson will be going up against this 15th ranked Saints defense in yards allowed per game. So they're a little bit above average, and it's been surprising because usually the Saints are amazing on offense and then they're suspect on defense. This year they're better defensively, but it's still not to say that their offense is terrible by any means. And what I mean by that is that they've been pretty good at running the football, and they're getting Alvin Kamara back, who is obviously one of the best running backs in the league. He's been out for a long time. And in my eyes, the Saints are going to be pounding the football down our throats just because we're the worst ranked run defense. It makes zero sense for the Saints to try and pass all over us when they could just easily run it by us. The Eagles were pushing us around like crazy. Our defensive line and our linebacking core cannot stop the run. They just can't, and I fully expect the Saints to pound the rock. Sean Payton will be doing that. Obviously, there's going to be some passes, but they're going to run first. I expect the Jets to give up some yards for sure. Although we do know that they will be running the football, we've shown that we can't stop it even when we do know. Against the Eagles, we couldn't stop it still. And to add on to that, Taysom Hill is a dual threat quarterback. He is great at running the football. When he was playing the Cowboys at quarterback, he had 11 rushes for 100 plus yards. So even if we do maybe crash down on Alvin Kamara and stop that, what if they run a read option and Taysom Hill takes it himself? Because our safety play is suspect. So the running game from the Saints is going to be their game plan. I can guarantee it. So what this Jets defense has to do in return is sit on the run. Jeff Ulbrich, stack the box. Robert Saleh, if things aren't going right, he has to have some type of input and command into changing this defensive scheme and personnel to making us able to stop the run. Because it's going to happen, and the only way the Jets can win this game is if they stop the Saints' rushing attack, which is pretty much their whole offense, because Deontay Harris, he got suspended, so that's one less wide receiver for the Saints. They are so bleak at wide receiver. It should be no match if we do take away their run game, which is very hard because Sean Payton is one of the most brilliant minds in the NFL when it comes to offensive X's and O's and game plans. Now, on the flip side, the Jets' offense has kind of been rolling, and Zach Wilson, in my eyes, had one of his better games last week against the Philadelphia Eagles. He played safe football for a high majority of the game. He did have that one really bad interception where he tried to fit it over the defender. It simply didn't work, but other than that, he took care of the football, 3 total touchdowns. And what I saw when I took a look at the film was that his base was strong. He was following through on his motion. He wasn't really rushing any throws per se. He was lined up, which helps with accuracy because I thought he was more accurate throughout the entire game. Now, obviously, in the second half, we kind of saw the offense kind of stall out a bit. That's because the defense just couldn't get off the field. I mean, we only ran 3 plays in the third quarter on offense, so we have to win the time of possession too, which will be hard because the Saints are running the football. So it seems like the game plan to beat the Jets is just have the ball for longer and run the football and you'll win. So we have to change that. And how do we change that? It's by scoring on every single early drive so that the Saints have to play catch-up. And when they have to play catch-up, they have to throw the football, and it will probably be a liability because Taysom Hill's at quarterback. Can he throw the football? Yeah, but is he going to do it efficiently and be safe throwing the football? No, he hasn't proven it yet. No. So that's what we need to do. First off, it starts with no turnovers. We can't have Zach Wilson throwing multiple picks in this game. We can't have whoever is running the football for us fumble the ball because Tevin Coleman is kind of banged up a little bit, and then Michael Carter is still not going to be practicing. He's on IR. So it seems like Ty Johnson and Walter and maybe P. Ryan could get called up. So it'll be an interesting running back room that we'll have this Sunday. But basically, I think we have an opportunity to pass the football. Now, this is the big thing. Elijah Moore did not practice Wednesday and Thursday, and I'm recording this on Thursday. So if he's not playing, it might be a challenge for us to win. Because with him, we can't pass the football. He's good enough to be wide receiver 1. Yes, it'll be hard against Marshawn Lattimore, but it still can be done. But if he doesn't play, we just lost Corey Davis and we lost Elijah Moore, our 2 best wide receivers. That leaves us with Denzel Mims, Braxton Berrios, Jeff Smith, and then obviously Keelan Cole, because he just came back from the COVID list, which is good. I think he's an underrated receiver. But That's going to be bad. We cannot afford to lose Elijah Moore, because if so, we will have to run the heck out of the football, and it will be tough against the Saints defense with a great linebacking core led by former Jet Demario Davis. I still cannot get over how we let him walk after 2017. It's Mike McCagnon still lives in my head rent-free to this day, but it's for he made terrible personnel decisions. But anyways, the point is, if Elijah Moore is playing, we will have a better chance to pass the football on the Saints, get Zach Wilson going. I don't expect us to have Zach Wilson try and air it out for 400 plus yards or anything crazy like that. But if you could just give us another 200 plus yard performance, take care of the football, and no turnovers, please. Please, all I want to see is one game where Zach Wilson does not turn over the football. If that could be this game, that'll be progress. And in the end, progress is what matters. But another thing I want to talk about is the injuries in this game. First off, Alvin Kamara is coming back from injury, and he can catch passes out of the backfield, and he is a great runner in between the guards and outside of the tackles. So go figure, he's gonna play for the first time in like 5 weeks against the Jets. So he will probably do good. It's hard to stop him. Our linebacking core struggles match up against running backs and tight ends, so he will probably have a big day at the office now. Like I said, Elijah Moore, he did not practice. He is a little bit banged up after that last game against the Eagles. It could be a potentially big loss. And for the Saints, Ryan Ramczyk, their starting right tackle, he is banged up too. He did not practice on Wednesday and Thursday. So if he is out for the game, it will be a lot easier for the Jets to maybe create some pressure on Taysom Hill. Because what we have to do is kind of get in Taysom Hill's face. The Cowboys, they were stunting some looks. They were getting some pressure on him and made Taysom Hill have to make quick decisions. And what happened? 4 interceptions. So it could be very big, and it could also limit maybe the efficiency of the Saints running game, just because he's a great all-caliber pro right tackle for the New Orleans Saints. So with that all being said, the 3 things I want to see the most are, number 1, turnover-free football from Zach Wilson. We have yet to see it this year. This would be a great time against the 15th ranked Saints defense. It would mean a lot. Even if he doesn't throw a touchdown, that is progress. Yes, I want him to throw for multiple touchdowns a game or run them in, but I also don't want to see any turnovers. I think it would be great for his development. Number 2, how does our defense do? Will we in fact give up 30 plus points while fully knowing that the Saints are going to just shove the football up our mouths by running it and running it and running it over again? If we can't stop it, we're going to need to get a lot of new personnel on the defensive line and also the linebacking core, which is weird because we thought the defensive line was the strength and the linebacking core has been okay, but it's just simple. So we have to be able to stop the run. I want to see improvement from the defensive line. Let's get some pressure in Taysom Hill's face. This is a great Saints offensive line, but can it still be done? Yeah. So I want to see our defensive game plan and personnel decisions. Now the last thing I want to see, let's be competitive, because in the end, if we lose, yeah, it sucks. I want to win this game, but if we're in it till like the 4th quarter and we're at least showing some fight, it'll bring us confidence because we're not getting blown out. We're not losing by double-digit scores or anything like that. We're actually competitive, and on the bright side too, just looking to the future, our draft pick will also remain pretty damn high, so let's just be competitive. If we win, awesome. The morale goes up in the locker room. Players all across the league will start to see, hey, maybe the Jets, they have something going there. It'll impact free agency next year. But let's just see some progress and some tough, competitive football against this very well-coached Saints team. Yes, they're not as good personnel-wise as before. Quarterback has been an issue for them, but they're still the Saints. Don't count out Sean Payton. He is a brilliant, brilliant mind. I thought he was going to win maybe Coach of the Year in the beginning when the Saints started 5-2, but now they're 5-7. So can we extend their losing streak to 6 games? I don't know. We'll see. But let me know what else you guys think about this upcoming match between the Jets and the Saints. I'd love to hear it all and anything. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.